Hello, I'm Michael Diamond, and you're watching Muscle Central. Okay, a few videos ago, I discussed critical mass, positions of flexion. It's a training approach that was developed by Steve Holman, editor in chief of Iron Man magazine. It's an approach that I've used for quite a few years now and got good results with it. It's the video I did previous about it was a quick overview. I'm going to try to cover my actual split and the exercises that I used. You might want to change up some of the exercises to suit you a little better, but I'm just trying to give you a better understanding of what the approach is all about. Now, the split I like to use was a 5-day split. I do it Monday through Friday and leave Saturday and Sunday for recovery. Now, what I like about the 5-day split the best is that the big body parts, chest, back, and legs, are split up into two workouts. This way, you're actually getting a little higher volume, although it is not a high volume approach by any means. But by doing it like that, you get a little higher volume, and you're able to hit those muscle groups much harder. For example, if you're doing a chest, after you finish doing all that work, the incline work for the upper, that focuses more on the upper part of the chest, it's hard to get the same kind of output when you're when you're trying to focus on the lower portion of the chest. So by breaking it up into two workouts, you can really hit the chest hard, and you're actually hitting it twice a week, because even though you're focusing the emphasis of the work on upper chest, for example, on the upper chest day, the whole chest is being worked. Just that more tension is being exerted in the upper portion. So you're actually getting a little more volume, but not in that workout per se. Okay, my 5-day split is as this. Day one, I'm going to do the lower chest and the shoulders. Day two, I'm going to do the lats and the hamstrings. When I say lats, I'm not talking about the whole back. The muscles running from under the armpits down the side of your body, the lats, and then the hamstrings. Day three, I'm going to hit the upper chest and the triceps. Day four, I'm going to hit the quadriceps and calves. And day five, the mid-back, which would be the muscles running from the traps all the way down the center of your back, down to your lumbar, and the biceps. Now, I don't work my forearms. I've always been lucky that just the gripping I do from all the other exercises, my forearms respond very, very good. I never had a need to do them. If you're going to do them, you can do them on the day with your mid-back and your biceps. Now, as I said, the positions of flexion approach, you're not doing a lot of exercises for the body part, but you're hitting the body part through its full range, not the full range of an exercise. We're talking about working the muscle from its full range, the mid-range, the stretch position, and the range where you're going to get the hardest contraction. Okay, day one, we're going to do chest and shoulders. Keep in mind, all the body parts, I tend to do 3 exercises, except for the shoulders, the quads, and the mid-back. Okay, back to the chest shoulder workout. Mid-range motion exercise. I always like using the dumbbells because barbell, I'm locked into a fixed position. I have issues with my wrist, so I can make those fine little adjustments. But you can go barbell or dumbbell. You can use a Smith machine if that suits you. It's going to be the bench press, whether it's dumbbell, flat bench, or Smith machine, or you can even use one of the plate-loaded machines also. That's fine. That's working the muscle in the mid-range. For the stretch exercise, we're going to do dumbbell flies. And to finish up, for the exercise where you're going to get the hardest contraction, I'm going to go in between a crossover station, put the bench in there, and do the flies inside the cable machine. Where you're going to do the crossovers, you hook the handles on the lower part of the stack, obviously, and you're going to do flies. Those flies are going to hit the muscle differently than traditional flies because you're going to bring the hands together and there's tension on the muscle throughout the whole movement. When you get to the top, as you get to the top and you're bringing the hands together, the tension on the muscle increases and you get the hardest contraction. For the shoulders, I'm going to do overhead press, whether it be barbell, dumbbell, machine, standing, overhead press. To hit the shoulders from a stretch position, you go back to the crossover station, put the handles on the low part of the stack, and grab. For example, you're going to grab the handle on your left side with your right hand, and on the right side with your left hand. That's going to do, it's going to cross your hands in front of your body and put your shoulder in a stretched position. From there, I'm going to do lateral raises. And to finish up, not to finish up, but to do 4 exercises. From there, I'll do traditional dumbbell lateral raises. And I like to do a 4th exercise for the shoulders because even though I'm hitting my rear delts pretty good with my back exercises, I don't feel like I hit it enough, so I'll do a rear fly from one of the machines. I don't do the front delts directly because with all my inclines and my flat bench, that hits it sufficiently. And that finishes up day 1. Day 2, I'm working the lats, the muscles running down the side of the body from the armpit down. Now, hitting the lats is any movement from overhead pulling down. Uh, you do pull-ups. I these days I'm doing pull-downs. I'm not doing pull-ups anymore. Uh, for your stretch exercise, I've done a video on this a long time ago, doing cross bench dumbbell pullovers. Forget about what you've been told that it's a chest exercise. It does not work the chest. It's a back exercise, primarily the lats. You're essentially pulling from overhead down, but you're in a laying position. It's no different a movement than using a pullover machine. A pullover machine you're not using for your chest, it's for your back. And to finish up, for a nice hard contraction, I'll do some stiff arm pull downs. For the hamstrings, Romanian deadlifts could be barbell or dumbbell. Great exercise for the hamstrings. To stretch the hamstring, to work the hamstrings from a stretch position, I'm going to do a seated leg curl. And to get a nice hard contraction, to work the contracted position for the hamstrings, will be a lying leg curl. Preferably a nice flat bench. I don't like the benches that are a little curved. Okay, that finishes up day 2. Day 3, I'm hitting the upper chest and the triceps. Inclines, like I said, same as with the flat. Your preference. I do dumbbells because I have wrist issues, but you can do incline dumbbells, incline barbells, Smith machine. You can hammer strength has a great incline machine. Either whatever suits you best. Once again, for the stretch portion, the stretch exercise, do incline dumbbell flies. And to finish off, to get a nice hard contraction, you're going to go in between the crossover station, grab the low handles, and do incline flies. Just like I said with the flat bench, the higher you go, the closer you get to the completion of the movement at the top, the more tension on the muscle. Triceps, lying tricep press, aka skull crushers, or close grip bench press. A lot of people, it has to do with the structure. Not a lot of people, some people really don't feel it with the skull crushers. Those people probably better off doing close grip bench press. I have no problem with skull crushers. I feel it very good. I guess my structure is suited for that. To work the tricep from a stretch position, any tricep movement from overhead, you can do it with the barbell, sit one arm at a time, or even two arms, both arms at the same time with dumbbells. I think Icarian makes a seated overhead tricep machine, which I happen to like. I feel that the best. I feel that the most. I like that. I like it the best. And for a hard contraction, the lower your arms are placed in relation with your body, or even behind the body, the harder the contraction. You can do push downs or press downs for the triceps, tricep kickbacks. I prefer the press downs, but either one would be applicable. Quads. Squats or leg presses for the mid-range motion, the first motion. It all depends. If you have no issues with the back, you're probably better off doing squats. but leg press will work just as well. The quads is another exercise I like to do, another body part. I like to do 4 exercises instead of 3. So after that, I'm going to do sissy squats, which is great for stretching the quad. It's very hard to find exercises to get the quads in a good stretch position. Sissy squat works. If you're lucky enough to find a gym that has a leg extension with a flat bench instead of a back to it where you're sitting up, you can go and use that instead of the sissy squat. Sit in it, get your legs in position, and then lay back. And then you'll really be stretching the quads. And then from that position, do your extensions. You probably are going to find that in a regular commercial gym. Maybe somebody's home gym has an old-fashioned leg extension machine that also doubled as a leg curl machine, and you can do it. Otherwise, you do sissy squats. I like to add in hack squats and then finish off with regular leg extensions where you're seated in the upright position and you're going to get the hardest contraction on the quadriceps. This video is running a little longer than I expected. Okay, the final day, working the mid-back. That's the traps down to the lumbar. And then we're also doing the biceps. And for those of you who might want to do forearms, I don't do them. Okay, I'm going to start off with a barbell row. A hamstring throw is a good row piece of equipment for doing your rows. Unless my back is acting up, I prefer the barbell row. Dorian Yates style, where you're pretty much in a 45, your upper body's at a 45-degree angle, and you're rowing. For the second exercise, which you want to get the mid-back in a good stretch position, I go over to a seated low cable, and get a narrow handle, and get a nice stretch forward with my arms without leaning forward too much. I don't want to be heaving the weight back. Just lean forward slightly, but make sure you have your back straight, a slight curvature in your lower back, and fully extend your arms, getting a nice stretch, and then do those rows. To finish off, get a nice hard contraction in the mid-back, the center portion of your back, between your shoulder blades. You can use the same seated row station to get a long bar or one of those wide grip bars and hold your hands nice and wide. The wider your grip is, the shorter the movement is, but more emphasis is going to be placed on the portion of your back between your shoulder blades. And then again, I like to finish off with some deadlifts. That basically does it. If you want to do your forearms, you can do some hammer curls or some reverse curls, and then some. You sit down and do with your arms across your thighs, and do some wrist curls for the meaty portion of your forearms. Typically, I do 4 sets for the first exercise, and on the body parts where I only do 3 exercises, for the following 2 sets, I do 3 sets. The following 2 exercises, I do 3 sets. And when I do 4 exercises on a body part, once again, the first exercise is going to be 4 sets, and then the following 3 exercises will be 2 sets. So I'm never doing more than 10 sets per body part on each workout. And that's pretty much it for my full breakdown of the critical mass positions of flexion approach, the 5-day split, exercises to use, and the amount of sets to do per exercise. I hope I didn't bore you with this lengthy video. I hope you got some good information from it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share, and by all means subscribe. Do not forget to hit that notification bell. This way, every time I put up a new video, you will be notified. Also, if you go to the description box, you're going to find some links there. If you have any questions for me, click on my Muscle Central Facebook link, and you can DM me for any questions. Also, you're going to find a link to Species Nutrition, the best nutritional products out there, and for Mr. Potts Protein, the best protein-packed snacks you're going to find out there. Click on both links, go to both websites, and check out all their great products. Once again, this is Michael Diamond, and I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.